Anyone who's worked with Pro Tools is familiar with the Air plugins. For instance, there's the Air Reverb, which I've used a bit. There's also the Air Spring Reverb. I've used the Lo-Fi plugin a couple times, as well as the Talkbox plugin. I've certainly used the heck out of this plugin here, as well as this one. But I always thought of these as Pro Tools plugins, something that they made and was built in with the software. And that's why I was surprised when I was contacted by somebody from Air about trying out their Creative Effects Collection 2 plugins. I was like, send them over, I'll try them out. So I downloaded them. Then I went to open them up, and I couldn't find anything. I'm in here looking like, where are the Air plugins? I know there's supposed to be compressors, and I couldn't find anything. And then I came down here, and it was like, what's all this? Look at all this. That doesn't look like an Air plugin, and neither did these other ones. And there were a lot of them. I spent a lot of time going through all of them. And then this one caught my eye. Flavor? What is flavor? Let me try that on acoustic guitar. And it's interesting because right off the bat, it seemed like it's a plugin that's doing a lot of things at the same time with only a few knobs here. It's definitely like giving you flavors. And it's kind of intriguing. Like, I don't know exactly what the flutter is. I guess that's like wow and flutter like on a tape machine. But I thought, let me try that out on vocals real quick. Let me just see what we got here. It's a setting here called Megaphone, which I really love using a megaphone, but mine's broken. So I've been thinking about how I could replace it. And I was like, that sounds kind of cool. Like that. But then I thought, I wonder if this works in Ableton. There's been several times that I found a plugin in Pro Tools that I really like to use, but I couldn't use it in Ableton. And since I work in Ableton a lot, I would obviously be kind of disappointed that I couldn't use it there. But if you look here, go to Plugins, VST3. Oh, look at that. Look at all that. Air Music Technology, they're all there. And also as AU plugins. All right, let's do this thing. This is a song called Calling All Vampires by the Tokyo Teens, and I've been working on it for a minute. I've not really been happy with the mix on the lead vocals. There's this low octave vocal. I boosted some mid-range in it, got a little overdrive in it, and I'm hitting it hard with a compressor to try to make it pop out. Sometimes I like this mid-rangey sound. And then there's an octave part in here. Sounds cool, but it doesn't sound cool enough. And I just wanted something with a little more, I don't even know how to describe it. I just wanted more of a certain kind of flavor, right? So I came in with this. Let me solo up the low octave vocal here. Here's what I've got.
Calling all vampires, looking for a neck.
I wanted it to drive a little harder, but I never quite got the body out of this thing. I mean, I messed with this for a while. It wasn't what I wanted. So what I did was, instead of pre-sculpting the sound with the Pro Q3, I made a copy of that track. I took the Pro Q3 out and I replaced it with Air Flavor. It's got a lot of cool settings. It's got a phone setting. Now, if you are doing something in stereo, it's got this mono-fi thing. None of this is stereo right now, but that's a great control if you're doing something in stereo. There's some sort of preset in here that you can't control everything. I don't even know how to describe it. Anyway, let me just play some stuff.
Calling all vampires, come out tonight.
Got gramophone.
Let's find somebody to bite. Calling all vampires.
I like the radio one.
Calling all vampires.
And put a lot of distortion in it.
Looking for a neck, I can call my
It's a little buzzy out there, but it kind of interacts with this noise.
kicks in the twilight zone. Calling all
And then over here, flutter.
calling all vampires.
But I went to megaphone, which I really like a lot.
Calling all vampires, come out tonight. Let's find somebody to bite.
It's just doing a lot of things
Calling all
behind the scenes, and I think when you're pushing the distortion, there's EQ stuff going on. It sounds different at the top end. What I ended up with was this.
kicks in the twilight zone.
I left a lot of low end in it. I like this flutter thing.
Calling all vampires.
It's crazy. But anyway, let me show you how it blended with the original. Here's the original one.
Calling all vampires, come out tonight. Let's find somebody to
Now
bite.
adding in the flavor.
Calling all vampires.
It's pushing it a little bit more on the low end.
Calling all vampires. Looking for a neck I can comb.
But it still wasn't quite jumping out enough. I like how it was, overdriving the body. It's not like the telephone sound. It's not even like a megaphone sound completely, but it's giving it that drive in a really good way on the low end. Next, I went to air filter.
Calling all vampires, come out tonight. Let's find some.
Like it does some very severe filtering.
All vampires.
Like this on the radio one.
Calling all vampires.
There's different types of overdrive. Ooh. Oh. Whoa. Oh. I could see using that. Hard clip.
Calling all vampires.
Just regular distort.
Coming in hot like a
Lots of different filtering types.
Feel my heat, it's all in the game. Calling all
that's interesting.
vampires. Calling all vampires. Black and bloody red,
Yeah.
gonna paint this town.
I mean, you can just... It's really flexible. I like having the distortion in here. Just the way this is put together is really, really cool.
Coming in hot like a burning flame.
It just does. It's. I mean, obviously, I don't need this. Hold on. I'm gonna get back to it. Hold on. I'm getting there. I'm getting there. Just hold on. I mean, I don't need that, but back to what I was doing. This is what I ended up with.
Coming in hot like a burning flame.
Let me put it back in the mix. Here's the regular vocal.
Coming in hot like a burning flame. Feel my heat, it's all in.
Now I'm gonna add in the flavor.
Calling all vampires.
That's cool. It gives it this cool, it drives it harder, but in the low end, and that flutter in there kind of gives it a chorusing sound. So, clean vocal, add filter, add flavor. Now let's switch to the wacky filter. Here we go. No filter. I don't know, I like that one too. I like the wacky filter. So then what I ended up doing was taking that setting, went over to the high octave vocal. There's the regular vocal. Add in the flavor. It's not as strong of an effect on this one. I didn't need it so much. Now here's the air filter. Now if you put them together, you've got the low octave.
Coming in hot like a burning flame. Feel my heat, it's all.
Now add in the high octave.
Calling all vampires. Calling all vampires.
That's a cool blend. I'm a lot happier with these vocals now. Of course, now I got to decide between these two filters here. And you can use both of these plugins on a lot more than just vocals. Check them out. You won't regret it.